Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I'm here with my reaction to the Star Wars Rogue One teaser trailer. The film looks really good. Gareth Edwards, I'm not really a big fan. The director of the 2014 Godzilla film is making this movie. This is the director for this film. And, if anybody had seen my review back in 2014 for that stinker, you know how I feel about Gareth Edwards. Not sure if I mentioned him by name, but, you kind of know every time I say that Godzilla was bad in that review, I'm pretty much talking about the man who made it. So you got Kathleen Kennedy overseeing things for in the producer role, which is good. It's good to see somebody returning. Speaking of people returning, the cast is all original in this film. It mostly centers around Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones. It's about a bunch of rebel pilots, and they want to steal the plans to the Death Star. So this is, right from the offset, it's an interesting plot. This might turn off some people. I kind of originally thought that Rogue One was going to be about Poe from Force Awakens. A little bit disappointed about that, but there is a rumor that Jyn Erso is the mother of Poe. I almost said that with a little bit too much of an accent. I had to pull back there a little bit. In fact, the only returning character in this film is Mon Mothma. Um, you know, um, uh, Genevieve O'Reilly, I think is how you say her name. Kind of reading off the wiki here. She's the only returning character. So pretty much forget about the wiki. What did I see in this trailer? It's great to see the original Stormtrooper designs. This takes place a little bit before A New Hope, Episode 4. Probably undoubtedly the most popular Star Wars film of all time. The first one, the first one released anyway. So it's refreshing to see them going back to that part of the timeline. This is really cool that it's an expanded universe. It's kind of like the books. I kind of wish that the books could be more of a part of the of the films. I wish they could be canon, but they have been dismissed and they're no longer canon. Disney doesn't want to consider them to be canon, and I think that's bullshit. I sort of wish that they were. George Lucas did consider the books to be canon, and now they're not. So I kind of wish that they would respect his wishes. That was always up for debate, but I'm pretty sure the last word from George Lucas was that the books were canon, and I kind of wish that they would continue to be canon. Some proof of this might be Dash Rendar's ship taking off from Mos Eisley in the New Hope edit. I believe that might have been in the Blu-ray. I'm not even sure if it's in the DVD version or not of the film, but kind of still wish they would use that version of the expanded universe. But if they're not, this is a pretty good start. I like where they're going with this. This is a side story, so it's kind of like, even if this movie doesn't end up being that great, I kind of feel like people will hold this to a different standard than if it were like Episode 8 or Episode 9, or Force Awakens, for example, where there's a lot of pressure because that's the main story. We're dealing with beloved characters such as Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. None of those characters are going to be here. Um, so that's a little bit disappointing. But I kind of wasn't really expecting too many main characters. Um, but this is pretty cool that we're going to have side stories. They've got a Han Solo and a Boba Fett movie coming out, in the future in the next couple of years. But this is pretty fascinating that they're going to be doing this every 2 years. They're going to be releasing a new side story film. And this is going to kind of break up the monotony. If they released the Star Wars film that had the same characters, we would get tired of it. This way, we see different characters. We get introduced and maybe we could grow connections to these characters, and who knows, we might fall in love with Jim Urso the way how we fell in love with Ray, for example, and and all the other new characters that we were introduced to. So that's what's exciting about this. And Forrest Whitaker has been cast for this film. I mean, wow, that's a pretty big catch there. Funny thing is, when I had searched about Rogue One, there was, rumors being written. I didn't even think they were rumors anymore. I thought they were confirmations that the story was going to be about Poe. I didn't even see Forrest Whitaker's name come up, even though that the film, they had casted him for the film back in the July of 2015, all the way last year during the summer. So I wasn't even aware of that. So, everything looks to be pretty good in this film. It sounds like Star Wars. It looks like Star Wars. It's got the Star Wars film. I hope that they still keep the practical effects going. They don't overuse the CGI. Use it if need be, but don't go overboard with it. The Force Awakens. Use that as the template if you have to. I got my eye on you, Gareth Edwards. Don't fuck this up. This might be a side story, but this is still motherfucking Star Wars. But trying to keep positive, and judging by the teaser trailer, there's a lot to be positive about when it comes to this one. So that's my opinion for now. When they release a full trailer of it, I will analyze that one as well. All right, motherfucker.